Live from WFSB, Connecticut's #1 local news, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 7.
And good morning, I'm Irene O'Connor. It is 7 o'clock on this Friday morning. We've been following breaking news today out of Danielson, where a fire has destroyed a Thai restaurant overnight. Crews are on the scene of a fire at the restaurant on North Street. The roof collapsed within 10 minutes of crews arriving on scene. We're told that call came in at 2 o'clock this morning. We're also following breaking news from overnight in New Haven. Police there are investigating after a 22-year-old man was shot in the head at the area of Bouchette Lane and Eastern Street. It happened just before 11 o'clock last night. Police tell us one victim was brought to the hospital where he's now in critical condition. If you have any information about this, you're being asked to contact police. Turning now to the latest on the coronavirus here in Connecticut. Governor Ned Lamont says new data on cases shows the age group with the most to test positive in the last week were between the ages of 20 and 29. Here are the latest numbers now. In the last day, 114 people have tested positive for COVID-19 in Connecticut. 9 more people have died here in our state, and there's one fewer person in the hospital now. The state performed more than 11,000 tests. Well, it may be July, but questions continue about the upcoming school year. There is doubt whether students will be on the field of competition this fall. Channel 3's Mark Robbins has more on who needs to take action on the fate of the fall season.
Government and governing bodies will have the final say, but a former FDA commissioner doesn't like the idea of students returning to the fields of competition.
Quite frankly, I would prioritize getting students back into the classroom before I reintroduced extracurricular activities.
Tom Brockett, Ansonia's head football coach and athletic director, has a bit of a different view, with the idea that making adjustments and concessions can make things safe for kids to play.
Little smaller roster sizes, kids not, overlapping, playing JV and varsity, trying to keep teams separate. It's hard to believe the numbers will ever be as good as they are right now. So I think the sooner we get this thing started, or at least start on time, the better off we'll be.
Mark Robbins, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Well, Connecticut state leaders are warning surges in coronavirus cases around the nation could lead to another spike here this fall. The United States shattered its daily record for coronavirus infections, reporting more than 77,000 new cases yesterday alone. Those recent surges also appear to bring a rising death toll in some of the nation's biggest states. This week, Florida saw its deadliest day since the pandemic began. Experts say now tests are being done in much larger numbers, but recent increases are also slowing down results. Well, the pandemic continues to take a huge toll on unemployment in Connecticut. Unemployment numbers continue to climb. The Department of Labor has received more than 708,000 applications. To handle a record number of claims, a new contact center is now up and running. New features include virtual assistants, live chat, and new phone lines. Well, happening today, we'll learn more on a police accountability bill from state lawmakers. The proposed bill includes additional training, requires all officers to wear a body camera, and police complaints to be reviewed by a private investigator. A virtual hearing will be held today at 10 a.m. Well, this morning, the search continues for the suspects in a drive-by shooting in Glastonbury that put a mother and her toddler in the hospital. Both were shot in the leg, but are expected to be okay. The shooting happened at the Homewood Suites on Glastonbury Boulevard just about 10 o'clock in the morning yesterday. The suspects are being described as 2 men driving a newer dark Ford SUV.
All right, and weather-wise on this Friday morning, today's our day of transition, where eventually will become rather humid and as well hot, but right now we're tracking areas of rain, and that rain is coming down at a pretty good clip in some spots. Early warning pinpoint Doppler was zoomed in here to the quiet corner. Woodstock, Putnam moving right over, about to move over the 395 corridor there, as well as over Eastford and Ashford and Chaplin, heading to the east. Stores also getting in the heavy rain. It's about to exit to your east, moving through Columbia and Hebron, over Windham and Lebanon, heading toward Canterbury, Plainfield, Griswold, and eventually toward where Route 2 meets up with 395 around Norwich. So that's what we're looking at there. Also, we've got some showers in western Connecticut. Lighter rain moving through Waterbury up and down Route 8, but then some downpours around New Milford, Bridgewater, Brookfield, and Danbury along Route 7. So on the statewide perspective, again, you can see one batch of rain moving through eastern Connecticut that will soon exit, and then a few more showers throughout western portions of the state. So generally speaking, today you'll want to have the umbrellas on hand with some on and off chances for showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm this afternoon. Anything that develops could produce some locally heavy rain. But again, the big story for the weekend will be the heat. So far this year, we've hit 94. We've done it twice, on June 22nd, then more recently on July 9th. We're forecasting 95, if not higher than that, at least 95 for Sunday and as well for Monday. So that is why we are forecasting the hottest weather so far of the year. And furthermore, it's going to be the most extreme heat wave. You can see the first one lasted 5 days in June, the most recent one 3 days in early July. So this one is going to last 4, perhaps 5 days in duration, and again, rival the heat that we've already experienced. So currently here in the 7 o'clock hour, 60s inland, upper 60s, low 70s along the 95 corridor. Not a bad start to the day temperature-wise. We've got the cloud cover from Hartford, more of the same coming in from New Haven, as well as from New London, kind of a similar scene. And there you can obviously see the wet conditions checking out our live iCam view from Middletown. So we've got the scattered showers this morning. They'll be on and off. We'll just say occasional spotty showers all day long, but not a washout. And then eventually we transition to just downright hot and humid. The really humid air, where you see the shades of yellow, this is dew point values, 70 or higher. The oppressively humid air, that's going to be working in later today. So what it feels like this morning, and then versus what it feels like this evening, very, very different with regard to the humidity. So here's Futurecast timing out tomorrow's weather today, showing the scattered nature of the showers as we head through this morning and into the afternoon hours. Anything that does develop this evening will diminish after sunset, and then we do expect some clearing to get underway, and then areas of fog to develop as we head towards Saturday morning. Once the fog burns off, ample sunshine throughout the day tomorrow, and a lot of sunshine on tap for Sunday too. So dry for both weekend days. Highs tomorrow will be in the low 90s. Then on Sunday, we hit the mid 90s, and with the high humidity, the heat index is going to perhaps reach near dangerous levels. Here's Futurecast with regard to the heat index. By Sunday, 2 p.m., mid, maybe even upper 90s. As we head into Monday, this is when we could actually see the worst of it. Heat index values by late morning in the 80s. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon could reach or exceed 100 degrees. So that's Monday afternoon. So this afternoon, in the meantime, for our Friday, 75 to 80 because of the clouds and the showers that we currently have and that we continue to anticipate through the course of the day. So dry for both weekend days, morning lows in the 70s. So if you've given the air conditioning a break the past couple of days, you will certainly need it over the weekend and even into early next week. Monday, there's a chance for some isolated thunderstorms with a cold front. Behind it, not much cooler, but we will trend less humid and dry for Tuesday. Then as we head toward Wednesday and Thursday, more chances for rain with highs in the mid and upper 80s. For shoreline highs this weekend, not bad. Remember the sunscreen, as we'll see ample sunshine, mid 80s for both weekend days.
All right, Mark, thank you. And thank you so much for tuning in to Eyewitness News on this Friday morning. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime on the Channel 3 app. Have a great day.